Hello, in this video, I will talk about very important skills to learn for the reading module. If you just have started with this module or you are planning to go for preparation for this particular module, this video is for you. There are a number of things to learn here. The first thing is to understand how to cut the extra information from the text and to read the core information out of it. And for this, the task is very simple. You just need to read the heading, what is in here, what is exploration. And then when it comes to the every single body paragraph, you just need to read the topic sentence. And good news is topic sentence is usually the first sentence of any given body paragraph. So here we can assume that we are all explorers. So this on is the topic sentence of this paragraph. Now my main task would be to take some keywords out of this text, out of this paragraph. And these words is not just by random selection, rather we will select the ones which carry the major information. For example, we will only select noun, verbs, adjective, adverbs, or any given number. And whatever the words we are selecting, we will try to correlate with this topic sentence. Because you should keep in mind that whatever we read after the topic sentence is actually supporting the topic sentence. In other words, why the topic sentence is true or why the topic sentence is logical is trying to prove this. So whenever we make strong correlation with the topic sentence and the words that we have taken, we'll get the overall summary or overall concept of this body paragraph. That will do the work for us to go to the questions and answer them very correctly. In this case, we need to keep in mind that we need to cut down some extra burden as well, and for that we will skip some other type of words except the content words. The words which we will ignore are called function words. They are usually helping verb, preposition, pronoun, conjunctions, and articles. As long as they don't carry major meaning from any body paragraph, so we'll not put focus on this. By the way, when we'll take the content word and correlate with the topic sentence, immediately our second task would be to write the summary of this body paragraph. Over the period of the time when you practice in every single day of it, you no longer need to write it down. But this skill will help you to make a summary in your brain. And over time, when you will just read the topic sentence and taking the major words out of it, you can make it in your brain very quickly. Here, the summary is human instinct for exploration. The desire to explore and share discoveries is a fundamental human trait that has contributed to our species' survival and success. So this is extremely important because it's not just giving us very specific information of this body paragraph, but very importantly, there will be many types of questions. For example, matching heading type of questions, MCQ type of questions, in which we'll need to understand the summary of any given paragraph. In other words, making summary just doesn't make us understandable the text itself. Rather, it's very essential to answer the questions as well. So the same process you need to follow for every single body paragraph. So let it go for this. The second body paragraph, again, we'll take the topic sentence here at first. For example, over the years, we have come to think of explorers as a particular breed, different from the rest of us, different from those of us who are merely well-traveled, even. And perhaps there is a type of person more suited to seeking out the new, a type of caveman more inclined to risk venturing out. So you see, although it's very, very long, but there is some extra information here. Nevertheless, we need to take this topic sentence and we will take some other words from the other part of the paragraph, which is called the supporting detail part. From here, we'll take some of the words, again, keywords such as noun, verb, adjective, adverb, and if we find any number, only those. And then again, we need to go to write the summary of this body paragraph. So here in this case we see a very short body paragraph, I'm sorry, we see a very short summary in compared to the body paragraph itself. So here the summary is exploration as a universal instinct. While some individuals are more inclined to take risks and venture into the unknown, the instinct for discovery is present in all professions and aspects of life. So the same process you need to follow for the third body paragraph, fourth body paragraph, and it's up to the last. So what we are really trying to gain is to establish the complete control on the body paragraphs. It's not just we are getting some overall ideas about the body paragraphs. Rather, we will be able to differentiate the main themes among the body paragraphs. In other words, that will give us the absolute control over the text that we need to encounter in the test. By the way, when we'll be done with these two processes, then our task would be to think about paraphrasing, because paraphrasing is universal. Whenever you go, wherever you go, you need to deal with paraphrasing. Whatever the questions you have, the main skill would be paraphrasing. So we need to refresh the memory about paraphrasing. So there are a number of rules of paraphrasing. We can think very basically, although it has many versatility. Nevertheless, we will see the most common ones in here. So we can think about the possible ways of paraphrasing. So the first way to make paraphrasing is using synonyms. Here we see, originally, the scientists discovered a new species of frog. So it's being paraphrased. Researcher found an undiscovered type of frog. So how it's been synonym used in here. Scientists discovered, instead of this, in the paraphrased sentence we see that researcher found new species of frog instead of this undiscovered type of frog. So you can think about it while you are dealing with the reading module. This one is the most common type of paraphrasing. By the way, now let me move for the second one. Change the sentence structure. Original. Many students find it difficult to concentrate in noisy environments. The paraphrased one. Concentrating in loud places is challenging for many students. We see the word many students at the beginning of the sentence here, and in the paraphrased one we see it's at the end. The word concentrate we see at the middle, and in the paraphrased one we see it's at the beginning of this sentence. So this is how we need to make paraphrasing, and you will see tons of examples like this in your reading module. Now let me move for the number 3, which one is very common and very simple to understand. Original. The book was written by a famous author. The book was written by a famous author. So it's the passive voice, right? It's the passive voice. And we can make it active. So in the case of paraphrasing, we can say a famous author wrote the book. So the same meaning, but just the voice has been changed in here. This one is the passive and here is the active. And it can be vice versa. For example, it can be active and you can make it passive as well. Now let us see the number 4. Break long sentences into 2 or more sentences. Original. Due to the heavy traffic, we arrived at the airport late and missed our flight. And the paraphrased version is, we arrived late at the airport because of heavy traffic As a result, we missed our flights. So in this case, we can see here just a single sentence, but in the paraphrased ones, two sentences in here. This is the first sentence and this is the another sentence. It can go vice versa as well. You can take two or three sentences and make it a single complex sentence. Number 5, use definitions instead of words. Original: many adolescents struggle with peer pressure. In the paraphrase, when we see many teenagers face challenges due to the influence of their friends. So many adolescents is being paraphrased here, many teenagers. So it's been defining thing, and very importantly, it's been defined very clearly. Peer pressure, it means due to the influence of their friends. So this word, it's a kind of concentrated one, and it's been explained in here. In other words, provide a definition of it, and you will see number of examples like this in your reading as well.